first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley.
It should have been a common foul.
At the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Saquon Barkley looking to find a lane, but he can't rein it at the
for
line.
A learning.
Two runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot.
You only do and if the next
and flies him like a missile to stop that one.
if the next thing's a vowel.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Yeah, that's fine. All right, you ready, Walden?
From the gun, here's Rudolph. Got his man, that's Harry.
Open the door.
They'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy
What do you want?
midfield. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status.
You're about to go sit on the couch. This sounds stupid. I don't know why you're coming in here. Fix it. If I come down there, everybody's going to sit down on the couch and not moving. So you better fix it.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
She just said that they're playing the game. He touched the ground, which means he's out. So he's crying for that. I said, no, I said you all need to fix it because they're crying. She was crying yesterday for the same thing. And so I said, y'all need to fix it or it's not going to happen.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
What?
Shotgun snap for Rudolph. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews.
Wait, don't share my voice.
11 yards there. First down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to
themselves. So I need to not share my voice. Is he in here?
And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Giving up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10.
They've been doubling him all half.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. There he goes, right side. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide, and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Now on 2nd and 16. Rudolph over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 22 yards there, a first down.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
From the 50, it's Rudolph. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rudolph loses the football. It's out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. The 20. 10. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball. Make sure you're taking care of it. That will cost him.
Let's go. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Stop, Madison, stop.
Well, they'd really like
Just
to
chill.
make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And he is marked down right about on top of that imaginary yellow line, but they say he's a bit short. Consecutive gains of 1, 2, and now 3 yards brings up 4th down.
4th and goal.
Allen taking it himself, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Josh Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, and the Bills will extend their lead. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead now stands at 13. After the touchdown pass to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a toss right to Barkley. that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back to the 15. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Patriots, nothing.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
This is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Derrick Henry. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Henry. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, he can't hold them.
Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Joejuan Williams. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. The return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry there at second and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. Broken tackle. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Allen now on third and goal. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Grover Stewart drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up fourth down.
It's over. Let's dominate.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal.
A 32-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point is supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. This is Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling.
He released him?
This offense finding its legs
That's
now.
a road
Here's another
shot,
first and 10. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He's going to sling this deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Isaiah McKenzie, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
On second down, here's Rudolph. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll run on first down. Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
First down, New England.
Rudolph on first down. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
34-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. A final shot before the break. Rudolph. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
They have a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to
Nigga,
get
you
back
his
into
coach?
this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board,
That nigga obviously don't want to focus. He get his ass
Well, we've
whooped.
had some great running backs in the NFL the last decade or so, as Saquon Barkley might be among the smoothest of them all.
Hell
What a
no.
heck of a run
I never
right
go
there.
on mute.
Well, that didn't take
I troll
long. One
myself.
play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll try and run for it with
Hell
Barkley.
no.
And for one of the few times here today,
Because
this
you know
one's
I
not
know
gonna go
I'm going to
anywhere.
lose.
Brought down.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and
What's the
goal.
matter, Neji?
Leads to 2nd
They
and
come up here with
Come on,
another
you baby.
shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
That's me, baby.
Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
the Bills take over 1st and
Where's
10
Neji's bed?
at their
Go
own
get Neji's bed.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't
Go
worked
to something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Running from the gun with Henry.
Not on top. Not on top,
And
baby.
oh, he sheds a
No.
tackle. Now he's got some space. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Henry, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Well, Derrick Henry, the league's leading rusher in 2019. You wouldn't think a man that big could motor like that, but he can all right, and he proved it right there.
And this is a play defensively where you're just looking around and saying, what was that? What just happened? You're looking at your teammates, they're looking at you. And let's face it, your defensive coordinator, he's not going to tip his cap to him. That's not how football works, but he probably should have after that run. That was absolutely sensational.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together in the positions and coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win
Paul
in the
George
defense's
got a
column.
motherfucking 7 points.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's 2nd and 8.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
All I know is that you quit. That's all I know. You quit.
On the counter, this is Singletary. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo.
You got to remember,
a lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over.
It's the truth, though.
They're on 17-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
At the 18-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally down at the 41-yard line. Boy, Saquon Barkley, nothing short of electrifying with a football in his hands, and he showed off one of his biggest attributes on that one, and that is his speed. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Hell no.
The first down run got 5. Here's second
Can't
and
stop
5.
him.
Back to throw, Rudolph. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So first and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 48-yard line. Rudolph looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. Big play there for New England. 43 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back.
Pero ¿qué te pasa? ¿Por qué tú no aprendes español?
But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be
Tu
second
nombre
down.
es Martínez. ¿Será que sí o no?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease.
A él no le importa, yo creo.
It just never materialized.
Now Rudolph with 3rd and goal. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
I start talking Spanish and Madison runs out the house,
They're going to go for
out
the
the room.
6 here on 4th and goal.
Nah, she thinks it's funny when people talk. When people talk.
This is going to come up well short
Gets
as they
kicked out
stop
of
him
it.
on 4th down. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short, and the Bills' goal line stand is going to get them the football back. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. This game is all but over after that last 4th down stop. The only question left, will they play conservative and run the clock or try to pour some salt in the wound? Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you have to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, you can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Again, it's Henry. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues
He
to
went
move.
for it on 4th.
No
What an
better way to close
asshole.
out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, Keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball,
No,
keep their
I'm
offense
playing.
on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And
Fucking
he's
lame
dropped
shit.
just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Oh, touchdown, bitch ass.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And now look at him go. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they